And now the Bonfire with Big J Okerson.
They don't remember all the.
They only remember
the dust-ups and the skirmishes. And
is that for me?
Jacob and Dan barely got along for the first 2 years. They were always button heads. And then now he's gone. It's the same thing I used to do. I said, that's why I keep telling him, I go, guys, you should go hang out on Dan's couch.
Yeah.
With him and do the show because.
And watch how cold
this is what happened. I said to my mom when I was younger, one time too many. It wouldn't be like this if I lived with Dad. And instead of just telling me my father didn't want me, she sent me there to live with him. And then I was like, oh, yeah, this does suck. I got to go back with my mom.
It's true. You guys need an important lesson.
My mom did the same thing. She called my dad, and he said no.
Oh.
And then
my
she
dad
went, I
guiltily
told
said
you.
yes. Yeah, no, my dad took me, but they didn't seem to want me there when I was there.
See that?
Yeah, absolutely. So go hang out with Dan if you guys love your Tad.
I was saying I didn't like Dan's professional intro of the show either. It just bugged me. It's like, I joke, I do impressions, I like to joke around, but I can be serious if the occasion calls for it.
Oh,
it
yeah.
really aggravated me.
Yeah, he's working. He's just a hired gig now. That's it. He just does our little intros for us.
He's a professional broadcaster.
That's what bugged me, that he probably thought that.
Now it's
he's like, I can do it correctly.
He left the show to become a voiceover artist. Now he does our voiceovers for us, which is great. Dan, can you mix up something for the holiday special, perhaps? Appreciate that, buddy. Lou loves it here now. DJ Lou loves it here. But sometimes I wonder about Black Lou and Jacob. I think if a spot opened up at old Casa de Soder.
There's all,
DJ Lou, from the get-go, he's a team player, but you can whip Jacob with a hamburger and a fry real quick.
Yeah, bunless.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. It's no, absolutely. We hear about this Tad Steakhouse.
Tad's, really?
We took these.
Tad's?
Is that where it was?
Ted's.
No, what is it? Ted's.
Ted's.
Oh, because Tad's used to be that.
It's Ted's.
That was like in Taxi
It's not a
Driver.
steakhouse. It's an Applebee's. It's a
an
step
Applebee's.
above. It's
That's
above
Tad's.
Applebee's.
It's a Ponderosa.
It's a
It's a step above those.
It's a Ponderosa.
It's a
Is it
sizzler.
a nice steakhouse or is it just like?
It's not a steakhouse.
No, it's like
Shit.
Thank you.
Lou!
We're not there for the food. We're there for the company of Dan.
Oh, it's good. I guess that's why we have to bring you to fancy places like Dantana's in Los Angeles because our company sucks.
Yeah, like Del Frisco's downstairs. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man!
Those are
Remember
nice.
that? Remember those beautiful, beautiful meals we took you guys to? Well, I'm glad Dan's buying you a $7 sirloin.
Yeah, and pretending it's ironic. He's just being cheap.
What is he getting? Appetizers too, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, they have asparagus. It must be great.
Yeah.
It must be good.
It's not.
Christine loved it.
No, I didn't.
Christine.
Christine went.
Say that
If
on
we
the
want to know
air.
what Christine thinks about it, we'll ask Dylan. Anyway,
Oh yeah, everyone's been taught. The buzz is out there that Dylan's not in the room, is he?
No.
Dylan came up, and Colin doesn't know Dylan from a hole in the wall. And Dylan walks up, says hi to everybody. I introduce him to Colin, says Dylan's doing video for us today, and then he kissed Christine on the head. And that was the entire talk until we came upstairs.
He gave Jay a yo, gave me a backwards piece.
he didn't even look at Bob. He just gave a backward piece.
Backwards piece.
And he gave me a handshake like you ever see Ray Liotta in Goodfellas and he gives the handshake to the guy, the waiter.
yeah.
And then Christine a nice
Kiss on the head.
kiss on the head.
And he
Yeah.
did it gently, like, hey, guess what? Somebody stop me if you got balls.
And
Try to
nobody
sneak
did.
it in.
He made eye contact with all three of us. Any of you dudes want to step up and stop this? And we unanimously all said no. We just took it.
But we don't want none of that Dylan.
Yeah, he should just put his dick on her shoulder at that point. Get it over with. Prove your point. No, young Dylan is a family friend.
Yeah, family friend.
It's nice
now.
in here. I don't like when they have AC in the studios. That usually makes it too comfortable.
Don't
and
bring.
enjoyable.
Listen to
Hang
me.
on a second.
Stop. Please don't do this.
Fucking boiling.
No, stop.
Wait.
I'm boiling.
I know we're all a little hot.
Wait a
but
second.
There's a
Hold on.
I just did it.
Where's the music? Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Everybody needs to just be. Thank you, Lou.
When Jacob goes crazy, he gets angry.
I mean,
Remember something, Jacob? Comedy is cold.
Oh my God! Put
That's
the
a
music
letter
back on
piece.
again, Lou. Hang on a second. I'm having a talk
Oh,
here.
that must have
Right?
been some ugly situation.
Okay. So.
Ooh, that must have been an ugly situation.
Okay.
it was tense.
It got tense. It was a week. It was a tense week.
It was a.
Was that last week or was this?
Last
It
week.
was 2 weeks
2 weeks
ago,
ago.
and it
God,
bled
I
into
was-
last week.
I bled into it. It
Raw
went over the
nerve.
weekend.
It's actually been a 9-year fight.
Yes.
Hang on a second, Christine. Lou, put the music on again. Christine? Jacob, calm down.
Jesus Christ.
We're just trying to get Colin a little cooled off, okay?
Everyone blow me and lick my cowboy balls.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Damn. When's the next Big Ted's outing?
When you and Dan get back from your
When he makes the call?
your outing,
You're always waiting for the call?
Jacob, what made you pick Ted's?
close
Dan.
to work.
Oh, you picked it.
I picked it.
Oh, it's not a Dan thing.
No, I
No,
picked
but
it.
Dan did this.
He didn't argue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
He
could have
loves
said
it.
you could have said Del Frisco. Why didn't you say Del Frisco's?
I didn't want Del Frisco's.
Oh, I guess you whores only have fancy tastes when it comes to me and Bobby, I guess, huh? Okay. I understand. We got to take you out to the fancy places. We, last second, decided to not take the crew to Chateau Marmont
Oh.
after Dantana's.
Yeah.
We thought better of it. You know why? I feel like they didn't appreciate it enough.
What are we going to do at Chateau Marmont after Dan Tennis?
No.
Belushi?
No. It's a different night.
Different night. We instead we did a barbecue.
Oh.
We did barbecue.
With a pool and the whole thing.
Yeah. Jacob.
But Dan does
Where,
take him to
Oakwood?
franchise steak once a month, so that's he probably rules.
Where should we go with Dan to keep in touch?
Nowhere.
Yeah.
Cut him off
Yeah,
hard.
to
Ask
criticize.
him permission. Meanwhile, they talk
Yes,
every day.
criticize.
They
Where's
hang
the
out all the
idea?
time.
Jacob, stop sawing the limb off. Cut it off.
Cut it the fuck off.
Cut it off
Never
and
again.
throw it
Cut off
out.
all communication, dude. It's like Scientology. You're
Guess
with us
what?
or you're with Dan.
I'm
You guys
here.
don't get it. He's trying to keep they're keeping their options open.
Of course. No, they're absolutely keeping
It's the only
their options
leverage
open.
they have.
They haven't fully bought back into the new show.
Yeah.
Well, no,
bitches.
Lou has.
Well, I haven't either.
DJ Lou has.
DJ Lewis.
Look, you've got an inside. I've got the inside angle. I was at Dan's show a couple of weeks ago, and it's in his apartment. So
Yeah.
really, we can't technically call that a show.
Thank you.
It's a conversation in somebody's house.
But these guys
recording.
want to. Yeah.
It's
Well, a
not-
loose
wait,
dog
wait.
comes in once in a while.
Technically, it's not a house. It's an apartment.
It's an apartment.
Yes.
Yes. It's a room in an apartment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you open up baseball cards. Jacob, you'll be in charge of getting baseball cards packages.
I was pretty good at that, by the way.
Lou,
Everybody-
Lou, you can
I get no
calculate the gum.
feedback on my spec. You work on comedy your whole career. Here's what bothers me the most. You work on comedy trying to put your act together. You put together your specials, you're proud. And then 80 people come up to you. One goes, hey, that special was good. 80 people go, I saw the baseball card thing. You really knew it was so-and-so. And it's like, I don't give a goddamn. Why?
Oh, man, now I need to make sure at least 100 people say something about this show to you on the road, or else they're going to run to Dan.
You need
80
a
out of
baseball-
100 people come up to me and say, I know you from Dan Soder's new show.
I know it's basketball cards.
I think it changes, right? It's different stuff for different people.
Oh, okay.
Are you a basketball?
That's Dan.
I didn't open up any cards.
Dan caters to everybody.
I don't think I had cards either.
Bob, you didn't because you don't know any of the Celtics.
Well, they could open up a wrestling card or
Oh.
something like that. I would have known.
Okay.
I know sports.
I think me and you did it before the cards was the thing.
before the hook
His
came in,
niche.
the niche.
Yeah. Did you guys discuss that over at Ted's? Did you guys tell him maybe you should start opening cards with people?
Did
you
he-
give him free production advice?
And did Dan start by going, hey, listen, I love those guys. I hope the show's going great just as an opening to badmouth them.
Oh, for sure. I hope it's going great. But be honest. Oh, I promise you, Jacob has said before, show's never been the same without you.
Yeah.
I
And
promise
then
you he
Dan's
said
like, you
that.
know what? It's a different show. Dan tried to be Mr. Magnanimous.
Yeah, he goes, no, I know. It's a different thing.
That's actually what the hires up say.
It's a different show.
Jay actually says that to me.
And Black Lou does this when he goes, is the show, it was better when I was there, wasn't it? And Black Lou just gives like weird like nods, like it pains him to say it, but he says it anyway.
And he goes to the
Man,
waiter.
it just does.
Do you have any mayonnaise? I need mayonnaise. Hey,
he makes
Jacob.
for my steak.
It's like, yeah.
Jacob, have you ever talked shit about the show?
No,
Wow, that was a pause.
we don't badmouth the show.
All right, good.
No.
All right, there you go.
We love the show.
So what was the playlist of the Stones last night? I think we're all interested. If that song "Miss You" was in the playlist, I would have walked out.
It wasn't.
I hate that song.
Do you really?
It stinks.
I like that song.
I'm telling you right now, the concert was the best concert I've ever been to.
The greatest, right?
I think at
The greatest.
one point, what was the song that with the girl? What
Give Me
song?
Shelter.
Give Me Shelter.
That performance of that song we saw. I said to Bobby right after. I go, that might be one of the top 3 things I've ever seen in a concert in my life. That was amazing.
It was the top thing for me. I mean, I was totally flipping out. Watch that woman and Mick Jagger, and the stage comes out to us, so they were right next to us.
Oh.
You could touch them, and she's a bad bitch.
Who is she?
I don't know.
I don't
It just
know.
looked like they dressed her up like Tina Turner and sent her out there, but she was fantastic.
She was unbelievable.
You could probably find out what her name is. There's footage of them doing it, right?
Yeah, I'm looking for one.
It was the fastest concert I've ever been to. It seemed like it was an hour, and they did 20 songs.
Yeah.
Every song was great except for 2.
Yeah, I don't. The new song's fine.
I love the new song. I thought the new song was great.
I tell you what, the
That
song I
video's
forgot.
embarrassing on the new song. You ever see the video? Unless they're trying to make
Yeah.
fun of videos. Was that what it was?
No.
Ironic. It was like a Cinderella video from
With the
88.
Sydney Sweeney girl
Oh.
in the car, right? She's like in the car, yeah.
Yes.
I don't hate the new song. I think it's
No, but the video. I
but-
want to talk about trashing something. I like the song. That's why I went right for the video. The thing I hated.
I can argue this all the time. There's something, once you've lost genuine, like,
And love.
wherever the struggle, whatever it was that, like,
Love.
fed your writing
Yeah.
at all, something about musicians, success eradicates all of that.
That's why we're
The thing
all at
about-
the top of our game right now. We are killing it. Our comedy
No,
has
but
never
there's
been
some-
better.
There's some of that. I mean, you could argue it happens, I guess, in comedy too. But in comedy, though, is like if you keep the same like wit and like observation of the world, like it doesn't really matter where you're at in life. Something about writing lyrics that's going to hit people in the guts is hard to do from like a penthouse apartment.
But it's also because a
different
lot of those,
emotion.
they're not getting that love lost shit.
Yeah.
They're banging everybody and then moving along. They're not like, oh, my ex. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know what it feels like.
But I even mean like long-term success in the fact that I believe it's impossible right now for Metallica to write a fantastic song.
Sure. Well, I was kind of agreeing with you, but go on. He goes, but and I was like, why say but? Just go yes and. Like,
Well, no, I think you said.
improv.
I thought you
Now
were
you know
saying.
why Dan left.
I thought you were saying more in the short
I
term.
want to take you to dinner.
Hey guys, I'm going to take you to dinner.
I thought you were saying in the shorter term.
Shut up and
success.
let us finish trashing you.
Go ahead.
Listen,
Go ahead.
fucking
Have your
talking
way.
over is smashing. I don't like it. I don't.
No, but
sulk.
you're right. It's true. Nobody writes a great song after their first couple of albums. But
Can
the
you
positive
write?
side,
I don't think it's that. How many great songs can you fucking write? I mean, how many?
But they all seem to happen at the beginning, is what he's saying. It's true.
Yeah, the
look
fact
at-
you could have 10 in your first like
But-
2-3 years, and then can't make another one in your 17th, 18th, and 19th years.
But is
wild.
it because people are just like, nah, you're trying too hard? Like, I always think of Springsteen. You know, he figured after The River, he's the one guy that kind of sort of had a couple of hits later. He's probably like, I got the formula. And after that, people are like, nope. And every concert, he's like, and now, guys, I played 3 hours of the hits. How about this one? People are like, no.
Yeah, but he also brought his
yeah.
wife on stage. That sucks.
Poor Keith Richards.
That's when you know you're like, I'm bored.
Keith
Hey.
Richards played 2 songs back to back. He lead singer. First one was a new one that the entire stadium sat down for, and then he did Little TNA, which is great.
I went to get hamburgers and chicken fingers at that time.
Yeah.
I walked out right at the
No, his
exact
second
moment.
song was awesome.
His solo career was a nightmare, but so was Mick's, really.
Yeah.
But his was abominable.
Yeah, but Mick got to go do like Free Jack and weird movies and stuff.
Free Jack.
He was in Free Jack.
what
That was
else
the big
he?
sell.
Wasn't he in something else too?
Couple things.
Yeah, he was in a couple.
Mick Jagger's always
Mick
popped
Jagger,
up.
though, I'll tell you, I was a little nervous that he was going to be. You know, he's 80. I thought it was going to kind of be he ran like he was all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely drinking baby blood backstage or something.
Well, you know, it's
His
funny
abs.
because even back in the old days, they used to say Keith Richards would get his blood changed in Switzerland. Back
Yeah.
when I was listening, like the late 70s, that was like the rumor. And now people literally do get their blood changed.
Yeah.
So he was doing it, and it does work.
Dana White gets his
This guy's
blood-
been drinking and chain smoking his whole life.
Do you think all the things, all those old wives' tales are true? So
all
they
the,
definitely
all the late
pump.
70s ones?
They had to
Yes.
pump cum out of Rod Stewart's stomach because
was
he
true.
blew too many guys.
That was true.
That was not.
Do you think my local newsman Jerry Penacoli
No.
really put a gerbil up his ass?
That was true, but
I knew.
Jerry Penacoli.
actually, Jim Norton had to have cum pumped out of his stomach.
Yes.
Jim Norton did.
But he did
That's
an
the-
hour about it.
Yeah, that was ours. Was Jerry Penacoli put a gerbil up his ass?
Yeah.
And then I think he died in a plane accident.
The rest of the world was Richard Gere, but we'll take Jerry Penacoli.
Yeah. We didn't get to
Northeast
Richard Gere yet. from Northeast Philadelphia. Jerry Penacoli.
We never even questioned the gerbil up the ass. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, this is Why would you put a live animal up your ass? Like, what would that do?
It must have been done at some point. Or you have to. It would be
Yes.
interesting to find who's the patient zero who made the fake lie up first, and it
It was
just
the
became
guy
a
who was
thing.
trying to get gerbils into America from South America to sell his pets.
He's like, yeah. Oh, so it was by design. Like it was like, I have to get these up here for a purpose.
I remember my friend when that story came out. He goes, "Jesus, how bored could you get?" He goes, "Get a puck basketball or something."
Is this it?
Yes, but her name's Chanel Haynes, and she is a Tina Turner impersonator. She was Tina Turner in the musical.
She's trans.
That doesn't
No.
blow my mind.
A Tina Turner impersonator. She's trans. Go on, let's watch this.
Fair.
I think this is cute to the right part.
Yeah, she's great.
Look at those two ghouls.
I know. I tell you what, though, they didn't move 4 feet the whole concert. No. Oh, Jesus. Oof.
That's a guy.
It's not a guy.
She does have like Saquon Barkley thighs, though. Look, those things ready to bust through a line.
She's great.
And we were literally sitting kind of like where this is being shot from.
Wow,
I
she
actually
is
shot.
amazing.
This is my video.
You really shot the whole
I
concert.
sold it to TMZ. I made $10,000.
You sold it to Andrew.
Nice. Nice.
But man,
Wow, she is amazing.
She
It
is.
was
amazing.
She can really sing.
unbelievable.
but he was moving.
He is
80
moving.
80 years old.
He doesn't stop moving from the time he comes out until the end
No.
of the concert.
My favorite part was he has like 5 or 6 costume changes, and everyone comes with a strip tease. So he starts with the shirt buttoned up with a jacket over it, and then
Wow.
he flings the jacket around his head, and then slowly unbuttons the shirt so it flies away.
And then the shirts start coming off the shoulder. Very early Dove Davidoff, where the shirt comes off the shoulders a bunch. You
That's
guys
crazy.
remember early Davidoff?
When he sat in the piano like like a gargoyle.
It was yeah, concert was fantastic.
It was-
I had a couple of we had funny things. We went early and tailgated. We got there way early.
Which I loved.
It ended up being really fun and it moved quick. But like when we first got there, we were like, I think after we ate sandwiches, we were all like, we got 3 more hours left until they go on stage.
Wow.
So it was pretty wild.
Who
but
opened?
We don't. We
band
didn't,
named
we didn't-
Lawrence
We didn't go
I've
in.
never heard of.
We didn't even go in. We were in the parking lot.
We gave them zero respect.
We thought we were going to catch the end of them, but
I didn't even
Just
plan
missed
on
it.
that. I planned on not going in at all.
I thought the outside though went by quick. We
did.
were playing football. We had sandwiches and drinks, and I had cigars. They were fucking getting wet.
Josh had a Myers you could just listen to.
Yeah, Josh talked a lot. He's like a chimpanzee. You can just throw him nuggets of food, and he'd catch them in his mouth and eat them.
So we were we were sitting in our thing. And Josh was wearing sunglasses at nighttime inside the whole time.
Oh,
He left in the middle of a song to get. We just ate. Everybody ate. We had how many? We had subs up the ass.
Up
We
the
had-
ass.
We had all kind of.
what song?
He left in the middle of the song. Came back with popcorn.
He went on.
Depends what song it was.
I think it was "Can't Always Get What You Want."
Oh my God, that's sickening.
Yeah,
How dare he?
yeah.
He came back with popcorn, and then he ate popcorn, and then I was like, "I'm going to get Max something. Do you want?" And he goes, "I can eat."
I said what you're supposed to say, really, when you're just watching the concert, not having anything. Bobby did the nice. Can I get you something? You guys hungry at all? You want something to eat? No, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'll get my
I'm
own.
okay. And, no, just like whatever. If he grabs something, he
Yes.
does. But you say no. Christine says no, and he goes, "You want to ask Josh?" You go, "If you ask Josh, he's going to say you want something." And he goes, well, "Yeah." And I was like, yeah, "Josh, you hungry?" He goes, "I could eat something." So then you got him a burger.
Yeah, he's like that guy from Popeye. I gladly
Wimpy?
pay you Tuesday for a hamburger
Wimpy.
today.
But Josh, so when he was eating his popcorn, he reached over to me and a guy, damn, I can't say mine without getting in trouble on the radio. It's pretty good. Hispanic. First thing that happened next to us was there was 2 older black people and 2 older white people, and they were like separate. They were in a reverse Oreo though. The black people were on the outside, and the older white people on the inside, which. Already, I started doing a wonderful voice for this black guy. It was some kind of old jazz player
Yeah.
thing.
Who did?
Me, I was.
Oh,
He had to take up the voices since
I'll
Dan
go.
left.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I saw Mick Jagger. This boy ain't still lost it. I tell you what, he still get that pussy. He still get that money.
I like it. It's an edgier version.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I was doing that guy's voice for a while. Then 2 Hispanic couples came up because they had the same seats, same tickets.
Oh boy.
So and then
Dios mío.
yeah, and then it starts getting into a what? No, I'm telling you, you're in the wrong seat. No, you're in the wrong. Everyone's in the wrong seat.
Why did you do this?
Another
Another song I hate.
But that's how they start the concert.
Oh.
So it's starting. The lights go down. Everybody goes nuts, and these people are like, "But it's my seat. No, it's you ought to see my seats." Then they were going. So Josh is eating popcorn while we're watching this, and I made a joke about the guy, the Hispanic guy next to me. It was Mick I said the word Mick Jagger, but take out Mick and make it a Hispanic guy.
Mick Jagger.
Sure. No, but that was
Mick,
safer.
But Spanish.
Yeah, not Mick.
Got it.
Got it.
What would you
Got it,
call
guys.
Mick Jagger if he was Spanish?
I'd call him a Miguel Jagger.
Yes. That's why you've been on Broadway. That's why you've been on Broadway, and I'm in Studio 3 at Sirius XM. And then Josh goes,
There's nobody else in this whole building, by the way.
You
It's a
didn't-
little weird.
eating popcorn. I said that in his ear, and then he goes, that's good. He goes, I was going to say loaf lonely boys, and I mean rained chewed popcorn. Like he was popcorning a ceiling. It decorated my arm, face, beard. And then he laughs, sorry, and then more. And he's just like,
this guy's he's like having a pet chimpanzee.
there's nothing else like him. There's one Josh Adam Myers, and they broke the mold. He is out of control.
I look over at one point in the middle of a great song. He's flossing his teeth.
Yes, that's right. He was flossing.
Listen to me. I look over at one point. I go.
Look.
He flossed all 4
Colin, look.
quadrants.
Colin, look.
Not just a little nugget. Look at.
What the hell?
I felt like I was on drugs. I was dying laughing so hard because I was like, you're flossing your teeth with sunglasses on at night while the Rolling Stones are playing in front of us.
Yes. No, that's insane.
All 4 quadrants. Not the part where he had a piece of popcorn. He did them all.
Oh my God, he's crazy.
Top and bottom.
Well, here's the thing about him. Now I'm glad you guys brought him up. First of all, where the hell did he come from? He just appeared
LA.
2 years ago.
He's Jay's pet.
Oh.
He's Jay's pet. Listen.
I love me some Josh
He
Adam
came
Myers.
from
for
LA
sure.
2 years ago.
A little more than 2 years ago, I'd say now.
Hey, what's up? I'm BK Burglar, Bob Kelly, a.k.a. The Rooster.
I'm Big J. Okerson. I only have one AKA.
I'm a cowboy.
Look, if you love the Bonfire, which we know you do,
You
this
do.
is just half of the show.
That's
it.
right. This is the podcast version, everybody. So if you want to hear the whole thing, go to SiriusXM.com/bonfire to get the whole thing.
Yeah, you get tons of other entertainment, too. It's not just us. You got other shows that you can go to after you listen to our show. You can go to all kinds of other shows. And you know what? Tell a friend.
But most importantly, this show.
Yeah, this show. Just go to this show.
Do something resembling anything.
Yeah. He was like an LA comic. He always ran that goddamn Comedy Jam show.
Oh,
the
that's
music
who
show.
he is.
Yeah. And then he came to New York, started getting in New York.
I tell you what,
and
when
stuff.
I first met him, I was annoyed a little bit. But now I couldn't imagine going to a concert without him.
Oh, yeah.
Now this is the kicker. We had all these extra subs. We're leaving the concert.
Yes. I'm so happy we got to this. Well, explain it. You guys were trying to get out. You're trying to beat the traffic. We had to wait for some people.
I got Dawn, I got Max. We're out. We had such good seats. We're out. We get to the car and we beat all the traffic. We made it home in a half hour.
Yeah.
By the way, we were home. But Jay, he's like, dude, go. We gotta wait. You guys go if you want. Don't worry about it. I go, okay, cool. I look over at Dawn. She's talking to Josh. I'm like, what the fuck? I go over. He's like, they had extra subs, and he's like, okay. If you could just leave one of the subs on the roof of the car, Jay's car, but don't leave one of the chicken cutlets. If you can find the Italian, but I think it's the American. Leave the American, because the Italian had the gabagool, and I'm not in. I don't want the spicy. And Don was like, okay, all right. I'm like, let's fuck him.
But he gets you so panicked. You're so wrapped in it that Bobby, after sends me like the "what an amazing night" blah 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 text, still the little ticks in, and he texts me also. Was it the correct sub? For Josh? Like,
Oh, my
who gives a
God.
fuck?
I didn't. Oh, no, I wanted it not to be.
Okay.
Oh,
I
I
thought you
didn't
were saying
care.
it's like it was the
No.
right sub, wasn't it?
Don't I get to the car? She starts going through the subs. I go grab a fucking sub and stick it on the fucking
Any
door.
sub.
Any
Gives a
sub.
shit.
I do
Yeah.
not give a fuck.
Yeah, what
I
the
go,
hell?
Put the whole,
It's chicken.
just put them all on the fucking door. I don't care. She's like, he only wanted the. I go, I don't give a fuck.
Let's go. Yeah, you're trying to load up and
great.
get out. You're
Fucking-
chasing traffic. Yeah.
Great.
Dawn is like, he just wanted the Italian, but he didn't want the shut the fuck
But you're
up.
completely right. It's hard to go to one without him.
I listen. There's nothing better. I'm addicted to it. He's like he's like spicy shit.
I want to go to Ted's with him.
He'll go. He'll go.
This might call for a Ted Steakhouse run.
Oh, he'll go. He'll go. Cocksucker got popcorn during. Who gets popcorn at fucking the Rolling
Who walks
Stones?
out in the middle of you can't always get what you want? That's the reverend time. He's supposed to sit there quietly and go, hey, you know what? The Stones, this was like a great song.
I went to a
Gay strip club.
There he is. I love it.
flossing.
I love it.
This is fucking.
Great.
For everyone to enjoy.
It's nuts that he has a floss pick.
Bobby,
He
I
also
can
Josh
easily
doesn't
be
think
peeled
Josh
over.
doesn't think that
What?
flossing is gross. Like he doesn't. I don't think he even has a set. Like, I wouldn't do that for no other reason unless I had to. Something was like there bothering
Popcorn.
me. Sure, but not a. I wouldn't do that. I would have to do my entire mouth if I had a thing where I'd be like, I got to get it out.
Exactly.
He did like he just did a whole program.
Yeah, I'd pretend I was reaching down to tie my shoe, and then I'd do it, get rid of the
Yeah,
save
I
it
mean,
for home.
Christ Almighty, he doesn't realize that it's like you're flinging little
Yeah.
particles.
When you floss your teeth, there's stuff on. What do you do with that?
By that time, you could see I was defeated because he had already just right from the
Yeah,
tap
yeah,
just
you were-
spit 85 popcorn pellets all over my body.
laughing.
Oh, I was lost lonely, boys.
Instead of just laughing at your joke, he had to add his on. And that's why he spit, and he also tried to
He
top
also
you.
said that yours was better. I was gonna say, rained it on me.
Here's the funny part, though. The guy next to him, this drunk guy, came up out of nowhere and stood next to, just started talking to Jay, which is making me so
No,
happy.
you don't know what happened
What?
to lead up to that. This is a
Fat-
mistake.
Just that fat Jersey guy, shirt doesn't fit, shit-faced.
Dominican wife. They were the ones that won the seats in the seat battle.
Yeah, I was wondering who won the seats.
The Hispanics.
The Dominicans always win.
You're not gonna-
You're gonna play.
They left. Everybody else was in the
Taking
wrong
my seat.
seat. They accepted. and they
You're not
moved
going to beat a
on.
black couple that hangs out with a white couple.
No, yeah.
She did like I'm showing them our tickets. What are we talking about? But then they were super into the Stones. I will say, which I did find strange.
Super into beer,
But
too, because
the
he
guy-
went for beer 4 times.
Yeah, the guy went for beer and the piss and definitely do coke multiple times.
Yeah, the worst part is every time he went by, he had to do a new quip.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guys, you know, it's better if you stand
This
up.
guy is, and we
I
discussed
love
it on
beer.
we discussed it on the
I
show
like
for
them.
years and years, and I brought this up with Bobby too. I think it's every comedian's like hate
What?
a ham, a fucking
He
ham.
was a ham.
Somebody who's a ham.
Yeah.
Not funny. A ham. The guy who acts like he trips a bunch
I like
and
those
then
guys.
goes, "Oh, you missed those." Yeah, you like a ham.
I do.
I believe you. Some
I
people
trip,
like a ham.
I trip every time. I've said this on. Every time they're mopping in my lobby, I go, "Hey guys," and pretend I slip on the.
Oh, you're a ham.
No, listen to me. Listen to me. I'm going to tell you right now, the biggest ham of the world.
Oh.
I call him in the morning, and he would be always going through his lobby, and then he would go to the Japanese bakery, him talking to the
Oh, I didn't realize
Japanese-
you listened to Dainty Life.
Oh, he loved it.
Japanese bakery for a coffee you can only get one time a month.
He goes in there, he goes, hey,
Takahashi.
ladies. Hey, ladies.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies.
Hi, ladies. They're like, "Hi, how are you?"
Oh, they love him. You got the, you
Put
got
Bobby on the phone with him a bunch of times.
Yeah, but Haley's isn't a ham.
No, he
I'm
was
talking
not.
about always
I'm
like
hamming it up,
you open
believe
the
me.
door and hit your foot with it, and you go like, oh.
No, but I'll make a little comment about, "Oh, that looks like a good treat there."
the worst. He's the
I
worst.
put Bobby on with him. And I go, and he's like, just tell him to get out. And they're like, "Oh."
Well, I call this guy a ham because, this is my fault. I said Beetlejuice 3 times. I
Yeah.
said Candyman in the mirror
You were
because
friendly
the
to
guy
him? Yeah.
wasn't even friendly.
Jay, you are friendly. You're a friendly guy.
But I am a friendly
People
guy.
see that, and they were all over it.
He goes, "Does
We're
anybody?"
all over
I
it.
bought 2 beers because it was last call, but I'm not going to drink it. Do you want it? He offered it to Josh, and then Josh doesn't drink, so he's like, "No, I'm good." And then he offered it to me. I go, "Yeah, I'll take it. Fuck it." And I grabbed it, And then that was the invitation to
Of course.
talk to me.
He just bought you.
By the way, he bought me.
For
He
a
didn't even
beer.
buy Josh right away. He's talking to me over Josh. I was able to kind of like throw Josh.
Because Josh didn't take the beer.
I was almost able to throw Josh like into it, like shoulder
Right.
him into the conversation. But he kept going. And I just kept trying. So then I go, I have a bit of a joint left that I smoked half
Nice.
of. I go, here's how we get out of this.
Yep.
I lit it, took a puff, and I go, hey man, for the beer. He goes, I don't smoke at all, man. And I go, oh, okay, I was just trying, it's like, I appreciate it, man. And he goes, my wife does, and she took it, and I was like, you can kill it. And then he was like, now we're really friends. I thought that was going to be the like,
we're
here,
even
you gave me a
let's
thing
cut
that
the
goes, look, now I
conversation.
gave you an ounce
In
worth
the-
of weed, and
He's
we...
lonely.
In the
they
history-
were just there.
in
He's
the
lonely
his-
with a girlfriend.
In the history of drugs, giving drugs has never stopped someone from not liking. It makes them your high buddies for a lifetime now.
Yeah, you're right.
When you give
sharing,
someone-
literally
sharing drugs
DNA.
is the way to say we're friends now.
Yeah, you're literally sharing saliva.
Yeah.
I said, when I handed him, I go, kill it. Almost being like, you guys get back to your own
kill
little
it,
thing
go
over
back
there.
To your own, that wasn't going to
The
work.
best part was that the guy spilt his beer down Josh's shoe.
Straight into his shoe. Soaking his sock completely when he was going out to do. And he said, by the way, he goes, one more time, he goes, I promise you, it was the last song. It was
Last song.
It was before the last song. Right before it.
What was the last song?
In the
Wait,
talking.
let me guess.
It wasn't my favorite.
What?
It wasn't my favorite.
I'll tell you exactly what it was. Sympathy of the Devil.
No, that'd have been great. I'm telling you,
would've
they
been
didn't
hack.
close. They didn't close on what I would say it was a close. They should, if they closed on "Give Me Shelter."
Oh,
night
okay,
would've
that's
been
the hint.
unbelievable.
They didn't close on what you were. All right, Waiting on a Friend.
Nope.
All right.
Fast. I'll tell you, it's a fast song. It's kind of like how Kiss closes on "Rock and Roll All Night." Nope.
All right. Let's spend the night together.
No.
I give up.
Satisfaction. Yeah,
But it's
it's fun. Get some
that
going.
was their first hit.
Was it really?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Why'd you guys argue with somebody my age?
It's because you're not going to remember this in 5 minutes.
What are we talking about anyway?
Satisfaction to the first hit.
It was not their first hit.
I say it was.
I say
this
it
guy-
I
wasn't.
say the only reason you argued with me is because you saw a little bit of hesitation when I said it.
I did.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
He didn't have the info, but he knows something in my gave it a little
Yeah,
bit.
your little
But
Kris
I'm
Kringle
standing
eyes
by
squinted
it.
too much.
I'm standing by
It's
it.
not. Christine,
Wait.
look it up.
Oh boy.
What is it? Oh, he didn't look it up. He's thinking about Dan.
I was looking.
What are you looking up?
he's
What you
on
talking
D-
about? Dan Picks 2024.
Yeah.
See if he still looks the
Yeah.
same.
What are you listening to Dan's fucking podcast right now?
So
Yeah,
it's
just a big
interesting.
picture.
Their first hit was a cover, but I Can't Get No Satisfaction was their first number one.
Thank you.
Oh,
What was their first hit?
sorry guys. I was watching Mo Hammer
tell you what
open
it
up
was.
lacrosse cards.
I'll tell you. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll tell you exactly what their first hit was. It was a cover. I don't know. It's
I mean,
computer.
listen to me.
It's all over now.
Mo Amber lacrosse is fucking gonna be the funniest thing ever.
But that guy, right before the last song, he walked by us all again and goes, "Do you believe I have to pee again?" with his wife. And it's a weird thing to say because he never came back, clearly. Why would he? He was
Right,
he was
he was-
definitely leaving there. But he's so used to making cocaine excuses to go to the bathroom. He went with
Yes.
us, "Would you believe I got to pee again?" "Sir, I don't care. Why your walks
Yes.
go."
He's covering his tracks. Maybe he killed the wife, and he's like, "I want them to think I went to pee."
Yeah, he's like, "I think I left my
The
watch in the
trial.
bathroom."
We had an old couple next to us. It was fantastic. The guy just shook his little tushy.
Oh.
Didn't bother anybody. Thin. They
Quiet.
stood in one place. He had these fucking alcoholic losers next to him the whole time.
We had a guy behind us that was behind that old couple.
Oh, God.
That I would say if he was behind me, it would be. I understand. I can deal with a lot, but I would have been thinking about it more than not. Was this guy jumping and singing 100% every
Yes.
word of 100% of the songs?
Yeah, I
he even
know.
knew the new
The worst.
ones. He knew the Keith Richards new one.
The
It
head-
was batshit. We have a pic. We have a video. Here he is. Look at him.
That's him right
That
there.
guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
With
God.
with the headband, by the way.
Infuriating.
The Stones headband.
Everyone else is just enjoying themselves.
And they all know exactly what I'm doing.
That
when I'm
guy's not
filming.
enjoying himself, and he was he wearing a 49ers jersey?
Dude, the lady next to that guy, you can see her face. She every time you look back, her face is like You see me? Please put that out.
Big J knew exactly what I was.
I go,
filming.
oh yeah, dude, you're doing the right thing. Get him.
Whole
Because I
concert.
wouldn't. I would just talk about it. I'm not gonna pull my phone out. Luckily, I'm with a millennial, Bobby Kelly, who pulls his phone out.
I'm an influencer, Jay.
That's right. You are.
You know that.
No, I appreciate that you
Look at
pulled
Mick,
that phone
he
out.
looks great.
He really did.
80 years old.
80 years old. It
I
was
saw them
unbelievable.
17 years ago at the Hollywood Bowl, and I was like, wow, this is probably the last time I'm going to get a
Yeah.
chance to see him. And then he's running around on stage like he's 30 years old.
It was. I thought it was going to suck. Not suck, but I didn't think it was going to be as good as
was.
you've seen.
Wow.
It was better. I think they were.
That's great.
I think they were better. It was unbelievable.
We
It was
also
great.
had an inexplicable dude moment that we'll always talk about. And is it funny when they come out of nowhere and there's no reason? But Bobby, we made a core memory for you at your age.
What the fuck is that?
At this advanced age,
You're
we made a
sit-
core memory for you.
I'm sitting next to
Bobby, we had Bobby trying to do the thing where you. First of all, it was young Dylan here, who we'll get to. We'll get to young Dylan in a minute. Young Dylan put with a water bottle between his feet and jumped up to lift the bottle up, and then the bottle was in the air, and then he caught it with his hand.
Nice.
Bobby then did it too.
Wow.
Then Dylan did it,
Nice.
and then added into it flipping the bottle and it landing on its base solid. And then Bobby became obsessed with doing that. And it took him a lot of tries, so many tries that
13.
people that were not involved in giving a shit in this at all were now over shoulders and looking. And when Bobby Kelly threw that thing up and it landed on its base, 20 people, it became. It was
This was before the concert.
outside, yeah.
Yes.
It was during the show.
Tailgating.
I know. I was like, what the hell?
No, we were doing it.
No, it was tailgating, and just I know those moments. Bobby, you felt so good. He was smiling uncontrollably after we cheered for him like
There's,
that.
I'm telling you, I'll say it again. There's nothing like people cheering for you. Yeah, I loved it. It felt good. I'm 53, and it felt fantastic when everybody went, yeah.
Even Dawn didn't want to think this "who gives a shit" was a big deal about it, and she got wrapped. Everyone was stoked on this thing happening.
First time I've seen her excited in 3 years.
Dylan, I apologize. Also, I bring you up because you were out of the room and you were upstairs when you came up both other times. When we were outside,
Look how happy he is he's getting a mic.
The second you,
Let's see how he went. I'm on the show.
Dylan's a young comic. Dylan goes and row with me a bunch and films a bunch of stuff for me too.
Yeah, we saw you shake his hand downstairs. Go ahead.
So, what Colin couldn't stop talking about, Dylan came over and I was like,
I'm angry at you.
I was like, hey, buddy. He said, hey to me and Bobby. I was like, this is Colin Quinn. They shook hands. And then Dylan went and kissed Christine on top of the head,
Gently.
which I didn't think much. Gently.
First of all, no. Stop.
Tenderly.
Stop. The guys that we're at the concert with him, we were out in L.A. with him. We've been a lot of places with this young buck. Okay, didn't acknowledge me.
That's not true.
Didn't.
It was barely. It was barely.
Barely acknowledged me and Jay. Shook Colin's hand first, then kissed Christine on the head like a loving mother, and then gave you a what's up, and then didn't turn around, gave me the piece from the back of the head shit.
And then he went in.
He's the guest today, so obviously.
Thank you, Dylan. Exactly. They seem to forget I'm a guest here.
Christine is
Where
a
the-
woman, so she gets
Yeah.
second treatment.
And then the two guys that put you on the show.
I
You're right, Dylan.
Took you to a concert, fed you,
I
love you, take care of you.
I had to run up and get the camera set up for your show.
True.
Whoa.
So I was doing prioritizing, and I
Dan invite
did
you to that
acknowledge
steakhouse?
you.
You got
Dan
it over the
invite you
shoulder.
to the steakhouse or no?
I was not invited to the
You're not
steakhouse.
part of the
no.
Dan
No,
Dan
I
thing.
was at the barbecue though.
You acknowledge me like Shane acknowledges a fan in a subway.
I hope you know next. You're gonna get so annoyed with our greetings now. I'm gonna give you such a big hug and kiss.
Buddy, did you see me get excited about a hurrah over flipping a bottle? I won't get annoyed with that. I will love every second of your over fucking zealous hellos.
I feel like we're getting off the thing here. I felt like what they were saying about what happened outside was I sat idly by while you walked up and stuffed a cock in Christine's mouth. Is how they were making me feel.
That's what I was getting out of it, yes.
And then Christine, by the way, just went like, and I was just like, I don't know, this is what she likes. I guess.
Yeah.
Like that's how they made me feel about it. I was just like, oh, Dylan's giving his mommy a kiss on the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Colin doesn't know we've been raising Dylan for the last 3 years.
That's that's
He's our
drug
love
mom.
child.
Christine and Jay take care of a lot of kids in this business.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one that's under 30.
It's the, yeah. Well, you know what? It's the
Not
Keith.
for long.
Christine likes old puppies. Yeah, she likes adopting things.
It was the Keith Robinson
Also-
school. It was this policy of like, I'm going, come with me. Come on,
yes,
come
President-
along.
It's also the Kevin Spacey rule. Send the elevator back down.
You're all right.
You guys also
You guys-
forgot to mention about Josh talked so much at the concert his tooth fell out.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
His fucking feeling.
Josh talked his tooth out.
His bridge came out.
His what is it? The crown.
Forgot
His
about
crown flopped out.
That was in the parking lot because he was eating. What are those candies Max had?
Everything.
It was like, oh no.
All of it. It was a combo plate of Gapagol, Sour Patch watermelons.
Max had a little bag of candy, and of course, I had to dip into that too. He dipped into Max's candy, and his fucking tooth fell out.
Max did one of the funniest things. And he came to me at one point, and he hands me a beef stick with cheese,
Yeah.
like a Jack Link's thing, and he goes, "Here you go." And I was like, "Oh no, I'm okay. I'm full, man. Thanks so much." And he goes, "I got it for you." And I was like, "Oh, I'm taking it." I just put it in the car. I was like, "Oh, geez." He's like, "I got it for you."
Max
it's not
Ray-
nice to not take a gift. And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't. Okay, I thought we were just handing out beef and cheeses."
Max actually rated everybody on the way home. As soon as we hit the highway, he's like, "I'm gonna let you know who's number one. I'm gonna rate everybody."
He rated everybody.
He
Oh
ra-
my God.
What are the ratings?
Now let's say who we're rating here. This is the group. He has his own parents.
No, we weren't in it.
Okay, so you guys are out.
I would have punched
He's
him
out
in
too.
the leg. If he rated me, I'd slap.
He's out too.
I'd make him walk home.
He's
Yeah.
also out.
Yeah.
So it's so
You?
simply me, Christine, Dylan,
Yep.
Tom,
He-
Laura,
he
Josh.
He didn't rate Laura.
Tom though.
Tom, Josh, Dylan, you, and
A
Christine.
1 to 10. What are the ratings numbers?
It was number one.
No, wait, who's
the
best to worst?
Who's the
Okay.
best?
Okay, I like that.
Okay, who do you think?
I'm curious. What do I think? What's my list?
What's your list?
I think Tom weirdly knows how to like schmooze with kids, and they think he's like pretty cool and funny. He may have done drugs and given your son some beer when you weren't looking. That's why I'm gonna say Tom.
You know what? It's weird that you say that because in the middle of the concert, he actually sat down
Mm-hmm.
and put his head down and then went, "Dad, I just blacked out."
And
I
he
was
goes,
like, "What?"
I need more Coke.
He went, "I just blacked out." I'm like, "What?" He's like, I just went somewhere else." I'm like, maybe it's the excitement.
He was hypnotized by the music.
It's the music.
It might have been the fucking joints that was.
Yeah.
It might have been all those fucking joints. He might have been whacked last night. But
He may have gotten a contact.
100%.
No chance.
It was all that boomer weed.
No chance.
There was a lot of weed going around, dude. And he was losing his mind.
Nowhere near him. But that's pretty hilarious, though. We knocked him out. But yeah, so I'm gonna say Tom.
Okay.
Christine's in.
Christine's in.
I think that seems like a mom's friend type thing. So I'm gonna say Dylan, 2.
Okay.
So Tom, Dylan
Yep.
are the top 2.
Yeah.
Me.
Okay.
Oh wait. Me, then Christine.
Then Josh.
I say Josh might be last place, only because I think he came over at one point, and like Josh and him were playing around, and he went over and way too hard. By the way,
What do you do?
Max just like punched like in his arm, and then like punched like 2 more times like really really hard, and he was like, I think Josh was kind of like, all right, Max, and I was like, Max, it's like. Relax, buddy.
Yeah, I gotta
Like,
stop.
I'm like, he's playing with you. What are you doing? Like, you're hitting like full power on someone who's just like walking, like playing with you. You know, like, hey, buddy. Like, all right, what the fuck is this?
I'm sorry. I've been teaching him how to throw a punch like the right way.
I gotta practice.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking.
So I would say Josh would be last, just for that, because it was the only one that had like an awkward probably moment for at all.
What do you say, Colin?
I say he probably put Josh up 1 because he felt guilty. He wanted to cover his tracks. So he's probably like, I better put Josh 4th.
Behind closed doors, though, now you could really say, I think Josh, in a public ranking, he probably would have put Josh higher to win points. Behind closed doors, now he's just the guy who made him uncomfortable for simply punching him without him being aware.
I mean,
All I did was punch this adult harder than
I
you
wasn't
should.
there, but I like his lineup. It sounded pretty. It sounded pretty thought out.
All right, ready?
The
Christine,
only
you
thing I'll
wanna take a
flip,
sip?
I just want to flip one thing.
All right, go flip one thing.
Jay and Christine.
Okay.
You think Christine's first before Jay? Okay.
Very possible.
Okay.
He's a young boy. Hormones are raging right now. I watched at Lewis's
I
house.
saw it in Dylan.
Lewis's house yesterday for Memorial Day. Tim Butterly brought his daughter, who's a teenager, right? I guess, and James, and I mean, this girl was beating the shit out of James in this pool, and James was just, his tongue might almost would have was out of his mouth. Just beating him with a fun noodle and keep jumping around, or boobs, and James just like sitting there getting whacked in the face with this pool noodle, just like, oh hey, I'm losing. I go, look at your son out there getting a confused boner with the Butterly girl. Kristen, you want to take a whack at it?
Okay. Jay, Tom, me. Jay, Tom, me. Who else is there?
Dylan.
Oh, Dylan, Josh.
He's right here. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Who else?
You don't see Dylan's young.
Who else was there?
Our friend Laura, but she's very quiet.
No, Laura
wasn't even in the ranking.
Laura
was
didn't
too
register.
quiet. You fucking remember that chick. I'll tell you. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was Jay and Christine together.
As a unit.
As a
They're
unit.
his favorite.
Okay.
Favorite, Jay and Christine. He first said Jay, and then he was like, no, Christine and Jay together. I was like, okay, number one.
Nice.
Number two was Tom. Tom was number two.
He watched Tom like dry haggle a t-shirt guy into the
loved
guy
it.
almost cried.
Yeah,
This big black dude almost just cried at Tom, showed no. He was just, I've seen that before. A few people have that personality to walk up. I always assume the guy selling t-shirts is also selling drugs, has a gun, and wants to kill me, and this is only a ploy to get me there.
He came up to me and Max in the parking lot. Yo, I got t-shirts. I go, see that guy with the goofy haircut, the tall guy? He wants one. I just sent him over to them because I just wanted to see. I wanted to see him go over and fuck with Tom because he was looking for the t-shirt.
The guy was there for 15 minutes.
And then he goes to Max. He goes, "Dad, you can't ever pay full price. You always got to haggle him down, Max."
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
Max
almost got
loved
to,
it.
it got tense too. It got tense.
The guy was
Well,
like,
I mean,
I'm
Tom
out here
was-
trying to work, man. I'm trying to make money. He goes, you can make money, pal. If you want to make money, you gotta have to play the game. You know, it's like, I'm saying I'm saying $30 for 2 shirts.
And then he kept going like this. I'll see you after the show because you'll be here
Oh
trying
yeah,
to sell that
I
shit.
goes, I'll see you in 3 hours, buddy. We're gonna do it now, or I'll see you in 3 hours when I'm gonna give you 5 less than this. And then, son of a bitch, huh?
He goes, there's 1,000 you.
There's 1,000 of you. Yeah,
Called him brother at one point, which was bold.
the whole thing was bold, buddy. He's a real buddy chief guy. He's one of those people, you know.
Yeah.
Guy, I'm trying to work with you here. You know, chief, come on, throw me a deal here.
It was Tom, then Dylan.
And then Dylan.
Josh was last.
Josh was
My
last. Yeah, I told
ranking
you.
was right, except for I split up me and Jay and put
Yeah.
Tom before myself.
Josh was last.
I'm telling you, that's what that was. It was the.
Christine, your writing, your ranking was not great. It was horrible. She goes, my writing, like, except I split me and Jay, and it was first.
That's women talk.
I didn't know we were going to be put together as a unit.
You're
That's
a
woman
unit.
speak.
We all put you together as a unit.
That's woman speak for
Yeah,
you.
Max loves Big J. At the concert, we're all going in. Takes off with Big J, just walking with him. I mean, I got a photo of it. He's just walking with Jay like he's his dad.
I had a great moment with Max, by the way.
No,
when
please
we were
don't tell me you
we-
touched him.
I touched him. I'll tell you what, he was,
Hard.
let's just call it receptive. No, but we had a couple of these. You know what's funny? I can't oversell
Why
it.
am I laughing at you molesting my kid?
No, we had two, because you know I'd be tender.
It's his cherub face.
Because you know I'd be nice with it.
His
I'd be
cherub
soft. Because you
face.
know I'd go at his pace. And that's all you could hope for in a molester. I'll make sure I go at his pace.
Hey,
No, we had a couple. I learned early in the day, you can't. I'm trying to give him, I'm too old for him to enjoy this with me with too much warning. So there was a couple times where I'd see, you know, girls with their butt cheeks hanging out walking by, and I'd give him Max the little, like, buddy, right over there. And he would almost turn away from it and walk away because it was too much, like, he's embarrassed of what he's going to react to that with. What I did share with him once or twice,
Oh, Jesus.
the rest of the night was, I'm looking at some girl's ass, and I look down and I see Max looking, and I go, right? and then he would kind of smile and like look away. But you can't give him like the, hey son, look, it's
Right.
it's the creepy thing of an uncle showing you a nudie magazine or
Right.
something. You're like, let me find it.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, but when I saw him already, I was just like, that's what I'm talking about. He was like, shit.
First of all, who the hell is Tom?
He works for Gas Digital.
He's an incredible salesman. He's part of our sales team.
He's a good
Incredible
guy.
salesman.
Oh,
Yeah, he
he's
works
a
this
salesman?
Skankfest stuff. Oh, yeah. Tom's like part of the
He's
crew.
got a bad attitude. I used to sell T-shirts at concerts, so I was kind of the whole time I was on the other guy's side.
I was making you furious.
I gotta show you, Tom. His daughter actually called it out. He looks like a Bob's Burgers character.
He really
Oh,
does. It's undeniable.
His hair
Once he
looks-
said it, I can never not see it.
His hair looks like he puts it on before he goes out.
It's insane. Yeah, by the way, that's product it does that I found out after seeing him in a pool.
There it is, right there. That hair comes
Oh my
off.
God, he looks like Dan Soder.
Oh, they could be brothers.
Yeah.
He looks like Soder's brother,
Look at-
who stayed in the house.
Look at
who
Jacob
wasn't allowed to
smiling.
leave.
Look at this outfit.
Yeah.
He
Tom goes
dresses.
for it.
He dresses good. Tom dresses funky. I like the way Tom
Dresses funky for sure.
That right
Definitely
there is
funky.
Quiet Laura.
Yeah, that's
There's Quiet Laura.
That's-
Not even ranked. Didn't
Wow,
even get ranked. Didn't even
poor
make
Laura.
the rankings. She's the only one with a number not next to her name.
well. Me and Don didn't remember.
How about the other one? The other girl that was there.
Yeah, he loves Jay so much. It's crazy how much he loves him. He loves Colin though. The number one, if we were going to rank them all, out of all my friends, it's Quinn.
It's funny.
Godfather, right?
Yeah.
I was going to do something after the concert that was very funny to me. I tried to tell you, you couldn't hear what I was saying.
Molest him?
No. No, we did that before the show. That's
Make out with
pregame.
Dawn?
That's pregame. I was going to make out with Dawn.
You and Don and
No, I said
Christine?
for some reason I was stoned, and I had such a hilarious idea for a speech to Max.
Did you say for some reason I was stoned?
No, that I thought this would be a funny idea. I know.
for some reason.
I know why I was stoned.
Guys, it was a weird.
It wasn't the $500 worth of weed in his pocket.
During that, I was thinking about.
It was an eclipse. This one time when I was stoned. Go on, Jay.
I was thinking I wanted to talk to Max and be like, Max, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, do not smoke cigarettes, despite how super cool your Uncle Jay must make it look to you. Posing and talking with it hanging out of my mouth, and God knows all the other great things it must look like. It's so cool, but you're not going to want this habit in your life. If I can get rid of it, I can't, but the only benefit is while it kills me, I know I look so cool doing it.
He does.
It's brutal.
He smokes through the whole concert. He just has a butt lit through the whole concert. Yeah.
How much you smoke a day?
Pack. Yeah, it's a lot of cigarettes.
It's a lot of cigarettes.
It's a lot nowadays, that's for sure. In the
Yeah,
old days,
yeah.
pack was like, oh, good, you're cutting down.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Now it's like a pack. Nobody smokes a pack.
I think it tells like 2, 3.
I smoked 2 packs a day. When
I
I smoked
have.
cigarettes,
So
yeah.
did I. I smoked.
But he's crazy. He used to smoke cigars during Tough Crowd. He would he would smoke a fucking
box.
a box of cigars a day.
Yeah.
That's 20 cigars
Yeah.
a day.
Wow.
Not only is that a lot of cigars, that's a lot of money.
And and I used to inhale them too.
Didn't you smoke? You smoked?
When I went on the road for a weekend, I had to buy 3 boxes of cigars to go on the road.
You inhaled them?
Yeah, only through my nostrils. Like,
That's $800.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
That's
it's like
800
It was like 800 a week.
$800 a week. He would. I
I
mean,
should have done fentanyl.
Wait, like full-size cigars, not the little...
listen to me. Full size cigars.
Yeah.
He would smoke a box a day.
I had a serious
When we come
problem.
back from the break, could we show your old your Comedy Central half hour when you pull out some cigarettes on stage? I like that. I like when you smoked. Were you wearing like an 8-ball jacket?
Yeah.
It was such a time. It's such a timepiece.
Colin's got a new special out that
That's
is I watched, and which you accused me of not watching.
Well, because
Because I'm what? You're one of my closest friends.
yeah, but
and
you gave me the way you complimented it was like so generic. It was like we weren't close friends.
How was it
You
generic?
might as well have been writing about Josh Allen Myers.
What did I say? Josh Allen? Allen Myers?
Whatever.
Josh Allen Myers. I fucked it up for years. I just got it a week ago. I used to call him Josh Adam Myerson.
Meyerson. I do remember you saying that.
I wrote one of the funniest guys
Yeah.
on the planet. You got to check out his.
It's like
How do you?
let's look at it.
Can we take a peek?
You
All right, we got to
with
take
the
a
way you
break.
said it,
We'll look at it when we
Yeah,
come
we gotta
back.
take a break. We'll come
take
back.
a break before we get break hands from Jacob.
Colin Quinn's going to be at Soul Joel's in Pottstown, PA. Well, that's the scene of the crime. That's where I was yanked off stage. Sit
that's
back.
right.
Sit back far. On Saturday, June 1st.
They don't have that stage anymore. It's
I forgot
inside.
about
I know. After that, he's going to be in Minneapolis, Beverly, Massachusetts, in the Comedy
That's where
Mothership in Austin.
Richard Dreyfuss was yanked off
Richard
stage.
Dreyfuss yanked off stage.
He only plays clubs where people are yanked off stage.
For tickets and all, yeah. He's just to prove he can. He goes, try to yank me off the stage. I go to the most dangerous spots. ColinQuinn.com for tickets and tour dates. And the new special Our Time is up streaming now on YouTube. You know, of course, Robert Kelly, Port Charlotte, Florida, June 7th and 8th. St. Louis, Timonium, Maryland, Portsmouth, New Hampshire on deck after that. And you can catch Bobby every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. at the Fat Black Pussycat at the Comedy Cellar. For tickets and all tour dates, go to punchup.live/Robert Kelly.
Big J's going to be at the Improv in Irvine, June 7th and 8th. And then he's on the Fully Loaded Festival, touring all over the country throughout June. And the Borgata in Atlantic City, July 27th,
That's just
one
me.
show, just him. Get your tickets for that right now. All the tour dates and all the other info. BigJComedy.com.